All right, welcome to the Vaguely Anime Podcast. I am one of the hosts this evening, Michael, and other Cultured Corner guest host.
You
Sage.
made me a guest the other time we did this, and I'm like, why do I keep getting demoted as a guest?
You have a mask on. I can't tell who you are.
Mystery guest.
Yeah, so I guess partially for a small amount of this episode, we are going to talk about Degrassi.
Yes!
And I hate it here.
I love it here.
But before that,
I think it will be more like I'll talk at you.
you are, yeah.
About Degrassi, and you'll be like, great, I don't know what you're talking about.
So,
But you know about Drake, so that's good enough.
I forgot that was the one he was on. So which one was the one with Jensen Ackles and with Dean and Sam? They were on one of the same ones, weren't they? Or was that Dawson's Creek?
What's I don't know that the Supernatural guys were on a same TV show.
Well, I don't think they were on the same TV show, but I know that Jared Padalecki, the guy who plays Sam, played a character named Dean in one of the shows.
That wasn't Supernatural?
Yeah, because
Oh.
they were both on drama shows before.
Right. I don't know that either one of them were, cause the only dramas I really watched, like teen dramas, like I didn't watch One Tree Hill, or like the reboot of 90210.
90210.
What did I say?
I don't know. You didn't say it right.
Whatever. But yeah, I didn't watch like that reboot.
That was a reboot?
Yeah, the original one I think was either like, I feel like it was like late 80s, early 90s was the original. It had like Luke Perry and Tori Spelling in it.
So my interaction with like those types of dramas was as being the younger sibling is you don't get to choose what's on the TV that you and your
like
sibling are
via an older
dedicated at.
sibling.
And my sister watched One Tree Hill, 90210, Supernatural, and the one that has like the mom and the daughter are like almost the same age because she
Gilmore
had her really
Girls?
young. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one.
I never watched Gilmore Girls primarily because I was like, I don't really think it's my cup of tea. Anthony loves Gilmore Girls. Fun fact.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Sure. That's like one of the least surprising facts I could hear.
Yeah.
And funny enough, at least with Supernatural, that one I actually did like because,
Right.
it was fucking killing monsters and shit. But the last episode I ever remember watching that my sister was watching was the like Christmas one. Remember like the
For Supernatural?
yeah, like the pagans.
I never watched Supernatural.
So there's an episode with like these pagan gods that are just trying to get by and shit. And like they're torturing Dean and Sam and like they like pull a fingernail off of one of them.
Ugh.
And whatever. And that's the episode. And I remember that. And then when I was like, I want to watch Supernatural again, and this was back when I still used TV, there was an episode playing, and I was like, oh, all right. This was like, like maybe 7 years later or something like that. I put the episode on, and it was the exact same episode with the torture scene at the start of it. And I was like, that's weirdly full circle. So I like started watching it from there because it was a marathon. And then I at some point switched to like Netflix or whatever.
Right, like some kind of streaming.
Yeah, or maybe the CW website.
Oh my God, I remember that CW used to have full episodes of their shows on the website.
Other their website sucked.
Oh my God, their website was so slow.
It was awful.
It
was the least convenient. You would press a button and you'd have to wait like 3 minutes for something
Oh
to
yeah,
happen.
no. And it was so not user friendly as well. Like, I think if I remember correctly, on the website they had a search bar.
They sure did. Didn't work really.
But the search bar, you either could click it, but it wouldn't let you type anything, or you could click it and it would come to a results not found page.
Yep.
But you hadn't typed anything in yet.
So I used that website a lot during RCC days.
Right.
Because that was back when CW's Arrow and Flash were coming out.
Right.
And, the first couple of seasons of those shows were good. And so I was using that website like exclusively, like every week, like multiple times a week to watch episodes I had missed and catch up on, because I wasn't watching it on TV. And that's how I was catching up on Supernatural. And technically I still haven't watched the last season of Supernatural. I know how it ends, but I never watched it fully. And then that's how I watched the episodes I missed in like the first season.
Right.
And then but yeah, like I just remember that website being an absolute fucking menace. And anytime a new episode dropped, you're trying to get on the fucking thing to watch it. And like sometimes the new episode wouldn't be there for like 3 days, even though it's supposed to be same day delivery.
Right.
And other times it would be. But then like sometimes like if you tried to put subtitles on, it would crash the website. And if you tried to full screen it, sometimes it would like glitch, and it would like full black screen, but then in the corner it would have the episode.
But it
and,
was
like,
also
and you can't
really
X out of
annoying
it.
because the way they had it, if you didn't have it in full screen, was if this was your full screen, right? The episode was always in the bottom left corner, and it was weirdly small.
Yeah. And
So you couldn't just, because you know, like a YouTube video, you could just casually watch not full screen.
Yeah.
And you can see what's going on. This was so small that if you didn't put it in full screen, you'd be missing like half the picture.
Yeah, and a lot of times it would just crash randomly or freeze, and you try to reload it and it just like wouldn't work, and you'd have to wait there while your computer was trying not to fucking explode while it was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. And that was also how I watched the first season of Riverdale. Because I, funny enough, kind of liked the first season of Riverdale. Now, did that have to do with me actually liking it? Or I liked a girl at the time that did like the show, and so I was lying to myself? I'm not sure.
As somebody who's only watched the first season of Riverdale, I think that's the best viewing experience of Riverdale, personally.
I just remember thinking that it was a pretty fucking cool scene when the redhead falls.
Archie?
No, the girl.
Oh, Cheryl?
Yeah, goes into the ice, and he just fucking like runs up and just starts fucking punching the ice to get her out. Stupid scene. Pretty cool though.
Yeah, pretty cool.
And also, I'm pretty sure he fucked up his hand in that scene. I'm pretty sure he actually like full sent it and broke his hand.
Oh my god.
I think he like was supposed to
Committed.
punch. Yeah, I think he was supposed to punch like a certain area.
Where it was like softer
Yeah,
or something?
and he missed it, and he just committed and kept going.
Oh my gosh. Owie.
But it's a pretty fucking cool scene. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, honestly, so I personally am like really enamored with Riverdale.
Yeah, because you've looked up everything that happens, right?
Yeah, so like I know what's happened in later seasons. I refuse to sit there and like torture myself to actually watch it.
Right.
But I do find it very entertaining to like listen to people say what happened, if that makes sense, and how just balls to the walls, like absolutely bonker it gets.
Right.
But season 1, I feel like the general consensus is that season 1 is really good. And I think so too. I think it's also the shortest season.
I don't know, but I don't remember it being particularly long.
No, it's not particularly long, but the seasons do get longer as it goes, which is a mistake. And I'm pretty sure in season 5 they have a time jump. It's a 5-year time jump, so everybody's adults now because the cast was just getting way too old to be 17. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Are Cole and Lily?
Cole Sprouse?
Yeah, they're still dating.
No, they broke up like 2 years ago, bro.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Dang.
It
They were a
happens.
cute couple.
They were a cute couple, but
Mostly because they sold the chemistry between those characters.
true.
It made no sense that those characters were dating.
It makes literally no sense that Jughead has a girlfriend, but sure.
Yeah, like,
But also like
but they sold the chemistry well.
nothing in Riverdale is outside of the character names and their extremely vague like physical appearances
Yeah.
is taken from the Archie comics.
There was a hot minute where I wore a Jughead beanie.
I'm sure you did.
It was mostly, again, because of said girl, and also because I had obscenely long hair at the time and needed something to cover.
Is
like,
this
to
just
keep
like
it
one of
together.
those things where like you make poor choices because you don't know any better?
At the time, partially, yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
believe
it was also because like I had gotten it and I didn't have any other like beanies, and hats don't work on me.
Oh, I feel that.
And I didn't have any other beanies, and so I was like,
Well, here we go.
yeah. So I just rocked it for a while. Not gonna lie, I don't like it wasn't that bad.
No, I don't think the Jughead beanie looks particularly bad.
See if I can find a picture for you.
I do personally think that like my biggest problem with Riverdale is that they don't. I think if Riverdale honestly was just, hey, this is going to be a limited series and we're only going to do one season, and they stopped it after season 1, I think Riverdale would be honestly touted as a really good teen drama.
Yeah, if it's up to season 1, I
But
could see
then
that.
in season 2, you think season 2 basically immediately starts off extremely strong. And then it just kind of nothing happens and it starts to fizzle. And then by season 3, it's so ridiculous. And like, I'm pretty sure in season 3, there's a cult that gets introduced. And
Because why not?
yeah, and like real life actual magic. And it's really bizarre.
Oh yeah, because I remember seeing that thing where it was like
The floating babies?
The power of gay is the power of because Cheryl like saves the day with like being gay and
What?
magic. Like I remember seeing a quote that was making like a joke that was like they don't explain why she had her power, but she like had just come out or something, and so they were like the power of gay saves the world with actual magic.
So Cheryl, I think, comes out in season 2, but they don't get magic until season 6.
Oh, I don't remember. I remember that being
Like,
a
the
joke I
cult-
saw though.
The cult in season 3 has actual magic, but that's because it's a cult and they're doing a ritual. But then, when I tell you that the characters get actual real life magic in season 6,
Right.
just hand waved, unexplained, hey, everybody has magic now. It's really weird. And in season 5,
It's not that bad.
it's not that bad. During the time jump, Jughead gets abducted by aliens. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're that yeah.
Yeah.
I really can't sit here and like talk down. I look like that too. It's fine.
Yeah, you know, like it happened to be like later college, but that's just how it ended up being.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah, you know,
It happens to the best of
Yeah.
us.
Sometimes you just decide that you're committing to this bit.
Sometimes you're like, hey, I know I'm in college, but we all have to go through our emo phase at some point.
It wasn't even really that. It was just like I kind of liked the beanie. It was soft, and I needed something to keep my hair together. And I was like, all right, guess this is what it is.
This is the look now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Riverdale is just, it's just too much. Also, I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but it's a little uncomfortable how hyper-sexualized everything is. And they do it even in season 1, but it's like, I get it. Like, you're catering to like teenage girls, so you want to show like guys without their shirts on kind of thing. I get that.
Right.
But like, I don't know that we need to have like every single cast member be like having like a PG-13 sex scene on screen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just like kind of, I don't want to say inappropriate, but like it's weird. You know what I'm saying? Because like everybody on screen is legally an adult because they're all like in their 20s.
Right.
But you're saying, especially in season 1, they're all supposed to be sophomores in high school.
They're supposed. Oh yeah.
So they're all supposed to be like
sophomores.
15, 16 years old.
Right.
And I'm like, could we maybe just imply that that's what happened?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I just remember at some point like Jughead becomes like a fucking gang leader.
Yeah, Southside Serpents. Because his dad, whose name I can't remember, FP I think, was the gang leader. But then I don't even know why Jughead gets chosen to be like the next gang leader, but he gets crowned as the next gang leader, and he
'Cause
gets
his
like
dad was or something,
and he
I'm
gets
sure.
like a leather jacket, and he gets a leather jacket. But it's weird because I'm like, I think that happens maybe in like season 2. So I'm like, can Jughead even drive?
I think he drives anyway, though, doesn't he?
But do we ever see them ride motorcycles? Because they're supposed to be like a biker gang, aren't they?
Who fucking knows?
I don't think they ever ride motorcycles.
Who cares? It's all bad and stupid.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Riverdale, watch season 1 and then pretend like nothing else happened. That's the best viewing experience.
Yeah, because you get to watch Archie break his fucking hand, save a girl, and then you just leave.
Yeah. Oh, also, they do this.
Does he ever play football? Isn't he supposed to be like a football star?
Well, he plays football in the whole like first half of season 1 is him having a Troy Bolton moment of being like, am I an athlete or am I a performer? I'm not even kidding. That's like the first half of season 1,
You're
where
right.
he's like, Dad, I don't know if I want to be a singer or a football star. Help. But he doesn't sing "Get Your Head in the Game" on the field. So what's the point?
Yeah, what's the point? The only good song in that entire fucking series of movies,
High School Musical?
yeah, is
Fabulous?
no,
Oh.
the one with if I can do this, then you can do that.
Oh, the baseball song?
Yeah,
That is such a banger. So good.
the only good song in
Okay,
the entire.
I feel like
series of
saying only
movies.
good song is a little slanderous to the legacy that is High School Musical, but I will say that song is top tier.
Slanderous.
It is.
Does anybody give a fuck about High School
Me,
Musical?
I used to be obsessed with High School Musical. Are you kidding me?
You would, you fucking theater kid.
It's so good. High School Musical came out, I think, in 2006.
Were you also a Camp Rock kid?
No, Camp Rock is a cheap imitation. Camp Rock wishes
Camp
it
Rock
could
was
be
better.
High School Musical.
Camp Rock was better. I don't like.
Have you
I didn't
ever
like
watched
either,
Camp
really.
Rock? It is like
Since? No.
1,000 times cringier.
I haven't seen it since it
High
fucking
School
came
Musical
out.
is so rewatchable, whereas Camp Rock, even when it
There
was
is
coming
one-
out, I knew it was cringy.
There is one song in Camp Rock that I think is a banger, and I'll go to every now and then. And banger is a strong word. I just think it's very catchy, which is the point.
Okay.
Which is, I think it's in Camp Rock 2.
Okay. I don't know that I ever. Maybe
It's
I
the
did
Nick
watch Camp Rock
Jonas
too.
song, the one that he sings to like the girl he likes.
Oh, when he's like on the
Yeah,
guitar.
Introducing Me.
Okay, I don't remember that song, but I remember that scene. And Nick Jonas is adorable, so
It's just very catchy.
I believe you.
Like, it. I guess I would argue that it's like a guilty pleasure song. Every now and then,
Right.
it'll pop into my head, and I'll be like, I can listen to that.
Yeah,
right
it's a
now.
good song.
That and like Lemonade Mouth.
Okay, Lemonade Mouth did slap.
Lemonade Mouth was a pretty banger movie.
Although-
cringy, but banger movie.
So I recently rewatched Lemonade Mouth, maybe like last year.
Mm-hmm.
Lightning pace.
I believe you.
That movie.
That movie starts and then it ends with them being in fucking Madison Square Garden at a sold out show.
Okay, so that movie starts, right? And it's like bam, 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 extremely fast, like barely there, like character introductions,
And I
right?
had the hot girl that was in Wizards of Waverly Place. She was Alex's friend.
Oh, the one with the blonde streaks?
Yeah. I
Oh,
thought
no,
she was
wait,
the hottest
the blonde girl?
No.
Or the one with the streaks
No,
in her hair?
The blonde girl is the one from fucking Good Luck Charlie. Brent.
But she was also in Wizards of Waverly Place. She was the brother's girlfriend,
Oh yeah,
Juliet.
she was.
And-
No, not her.
Okay.
Not Bridget Medler.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Bridget.
that name
Oh,
came to fucking-
Kaylee Cuoco. That's who you're talking about.
Yes.
Yes.
I thought she was the fucking hottest person on the planet when I
She
was
makes
a kid.
really good music, actually. Fun fact.
Does she?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think she's gay, right?
I think she's she might be a lesbian, but I also feel like she might be bisexual, but I don't know that for a fact.
Right. Gay is not a catch-all term.
It's not, but I understand what you
Right.
mean.
She's not straight.
No, yeah, she's in the umbrella.
Yeah.
I think her music is good.
I don't know. I didn't even know she was making any, but I
Oh
thought
no!
she was
like
so hot as a kid.
after I actually remember this. This was iconic. After Lemonade Mouth, there was another girl who was on a Disney show. Do you remember Ant Farm?
Yes.
Okay, it was pretty bad. But there was
I remember not watching a lot of it.
Okay, but there was a girl on Ant Farm. Her name, I think the character's name was Lexi, and she was like the popular cheerleader blonde girl.
Sure.
But Kaylee Cuoco, I think it was her like debut single was a song called "Girls Like Girls," and I remember being so shook because the girl from Ant Farm was in the music video, but she had brown hair instead of blonde hair, and she looked way better with the brown hair. And I was like, "This is iconic. This is everything." And that song does in fact slap. It's so good. I have it on my playlist to this day. And the music video is pretty good too. They beat the shit out of that guy.
Okay.
They do.
I just remember I just remember like watching because I think almost every song in that show's a banger.
I think the only song that I personally don't like is the first song they do together in like the detention room. Mm-hmm. But then after that, they're really good. I like the song they do in the pizza place where like Mo, the girl who plays the bass, is like laying down a diss track on her boyfriend that doesn't support her kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then the song at the like Halloween concert that they have was also really good. Determinate. That was it. And he has his rap.
Remember that immediately.
Yes. Excellent.
Because that was the guy from Zeke and Luther.
Wasn't he in wasn't he in
I think he was also in Two Kings.
Oh no. I always mix
show.
him up with the guy from Ally and AJ. I can't remember his name, but he was also like kind of tall and skinny and had like gingerish hair.
Yeah, but no, he was in Zeke and Luther.
I never watched that.
I did. It was a boys' show, definitely.
I believe it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Lemonade Mouth was really good, in my humble yet correct opinion.
No, I agree. I can't really remember disliking any of the songs.
If you ever rewatch it, I do think the first song is the weakest of the bunch, but I understand why it's the weakest of the bunch.
That's the one where they're like figuring out their shit, right? That they're figuring out they all know music.
That's the one where they're in detention and they just like, it's like
fucking like throwing his keys and shit.
Yeah, it's that thing of like, oh, we're making a tune.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
And then they all know like the chords and beats and like notes that they need to sing and the words. You know what I'm saying? It's that like stereotypical like musical setup.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I can't really speak for this because I'm not musically inclined, but I assume for at least when it comes to making something that like if somebody lays down a beat, you can build off of that beat.
Right. You could build off
into
that beat,
something.
But I can't imagine that 5 independent people playing 5 different instruments are going to like make a harmonious thing right off the bat, if that makes sense.
I guess that's true. Unless you're just very musically inclined.
Right. I think if you are educated and trained in music, yeah, I'm sure you could. But 5 high schoolers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think, does Zeke play the keyboard or does he just like make noises with the keyboard? Does that make sense? Do you know what I'm saying? Like distinction wise? Because you know, like keyboard.
Is his name Zeke in that show, in the movie?
Oh, I don't know. Is it?
Oh, were you just going off of the Zeke and Luther name?
Right. You said.
I think he played Luther.
Oh, so what's his name? Because I feel like it might be Zeke. Also, one thing that always shook me. So Zeke, I don't know if that's his name. His dad is like, he's salty because like I guess the mom died or got divorced or something, and the dad, his like new girlfriend is going to college, but I don't know.
He played Luther. His name's Adam Hicks.
Okay, but what was his name in Lemonade Mouth?
Let me find out. When. What a stupid ass name.
But yeah, his dad in the movie is dating.
He did show up in Pair of Kings. He was in the 3rd and final season of Pair of Kings. Anyway, I'm just glad I wasn't. I can't believe I fucking remembered that.
His dad is dating this woman that's like going to college, and it's never established if she's just older and happens to be going back to college, or this is like her finishing up college. So it's either implied that this woman is 21 years old,
right,
and her like future stepson is 17.
I fucking forgot.
Which I think is very funny.
I knew something happened with him.
What do you mean? What happened with him?
He got arrested. I remember. I was like, I'm pretty sure some shit happened with him. He fucking he got arrested for robbery.
What?
Yeah, he robbed somebody.
The fuck?
The
It's so bizarre. Why?
second-degree robbery and one count attempted second-degree robbery. However, on another count of robbery, he pleaded no contest. The first two charges were dismissed. In July 2021, Hicks was found guilty of robbery and was sentenced to serve 5 years in state prison, while his girlfriend was sentenced to 3 years of probation.
5 years?
However, Hicks was released in March 2022.
Yeah, what a
on
surprise.
parole after judge credited. Yeah.
What a surprise.
Yeah.
Damn.
Him and his girlfriend were arrested on suspicion of armed robbery.
I wonder if in like Disney's contracts, like Disney Channel or just Disney, like
That you have to go crazy at some point.
No. In their contracts, if they're like, if you get arrested for like, let's say this severity of a crime, like we don't need to pay you royalties after anymore, kind of thing. Could you imagine? Or like subsidiaries.
Honestly, I would not be all that surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either, but like, are you allowed to make those kinds of stipulations in that kind of contract?
I'm sure that there's some way. It's kind of.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be kind of like a prenup.
If you're a lawyer that does contracts, put it in the comments if that's allowed. Because I'm actually very curious.
I feel like it would be something like a prenup.
Like,
you know?
where
like
that you do it preemptively,
Yeah.
just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel you.
I feel like that could be possible. That it's like a prenup.
Did you ever watch the what were they called? Not Disenchanted. It was the movies of like the kids of like famous Disney villains. Oh, what
I don't
was
think
it?
I know what you're talking about.
It was a musical movie, very like much in Disney Channel realm. And the premise was it was the kids of Disney villains going to like the good guys' school, essentially. And it was like at the school was the kids of like famous Disney like princes and princesses.
I don't remember that.
Well-
I remember the Selena Gomez Cinderella movie.
The one where she was a dancer.
I thought she was a skater.
She is a skater, but
Oh.
she's primarily a dancer.
Oh, okay.
She just skates everywhere because she's a cool girl.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that. And
Yeah.
also the.
But that wasn't Disney Channel.
My Babysitter's a Vampire. That wasn't Disney Channel.
No, it was ABC Family. Look it up.
Really?
I'm telling you, that was not Disney Channel.
Okay. Well, keep talking about what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but I remember the first one was actually pretty okay. Like, it didn't, I don't know, it was kind of weird. I felt like it wasn't like as charming as other Disney musicals, if that makes sense. And then the second one was a little worse, and then the third one was a little worse.
Oh, you're right.
ABC Family, yeah?
Sure was.
And this was before they were freeform, too.
Wild. Another Cinderella story.
Another Cinderella story. You know, they
I'm
did,
pretty sure she's the only fucking famous person in this.
Jane Lynch is in it.
Oh, yep, sure is.
She's like the evil stepmother.
She sure is. That's her name right
Also, okay, in that movie, when they were filming that movie, the like main love interest, IRL, I think he was 26,
there. Hate that.
and I'm pretty sure Selena Gomez was like 16.
Oh, I think we talked about that.
I think we did, because I'm having this memory, and it was weird.
Also, did you know that the friend of Selena Gomez in Wizards of Waverly Place, the redhead, that wore like ridiculous outfits?
Yeah, Harper.
Yeah, Harper and the dad have a podcast about
What?
Wizards of Waverly Place.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because I was seeing like the things about it on TikTok, like they were posting some stuff.
Uh-huh.
The dad is he's like the exact same person as his character.
That's so funny. Jerry, that was the dad's name.
Yeah, they have a podcast about like the show and just random other shit.
That's so cute. I love that.
Yeah. And I was like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. She became a registered nurse during COVID.
Harper?
Yeah.
Huh.
To like help with the COVID effort.
Damn.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, just popping off.
Yeah, apparently. Damn, that's kind of impressive.
Um
Also, apparently there was a sequel
to
of another Christmas story. Or Cinderella story.
with Selena Gomez?
Probably not.
No. After
No,
that, they
sure
did like
wasn't.
another one with Lucy Hale, and she's like
Yeah,
a
that.
singer.
Yep.
And it was
But it is a sequel.
way, way, way inferior to the one with Selena Gomez.
Yeah, but it is a sequel.
I didn't know it was a sequel because like
Apparently.
the other ones, because you know how you have like a Cinderella story with Hilary Duff and Chad Michael Murray?
Well, all right. It does just say it's followed up by, but I mean, I don't know.
Because like that's not attached. The Selena Gomez one, I mean,
2018.
is not attached to the Hilary Duff one.
Fuck, I forgot about that one.
That one is so good.
Not as good as Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior.
Oh my god, I used to be obsessed.
Watched that show or movie religiously. Is it still good now? Probably not.
I
But I
feel
think
like
you could say that about any of those Disney movies shows.
I feel like the effects are probably way worse than I remember. But you know what it is? You know what it is though? Okay, so you remember like how shit quality box TVs were?
Yes.
So I feel like you could get away with basically anything on a box TV because you can't see anything anyway.
Yeah.
So I think it's slightly unfair to compare to like 4K Ultra HD like 60-inch television now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cuz like obviously you're going to see that it looks like garbage, but in my experience all those movies look great. All the CG and animation top tier. But if I put it on like a nice TV now, I'm going to be like that is awful.
Well, it's the same theory behind pixel art, which is modern day pixel art is emulating a style that didn't exist. Because when you take old pixel art and put it on not CRT TVs, you get what pixel art looks like today. But they were made in a way that is supposed to benefit from CRTVs, that when you put all those pixels together, it looks like an actual face and not a pixel face.
Right.
And so they're emulating a style that was not supposed to be how that was looked, like how it's supposed to look. Because if you plug in an old game in a new TV, you'll see that like pixelated kind of face. But if you put it on an old TV, it'll make a smooth face with actual detail and contours.
Right.
Which I think is very interesting.
Same.
That like modern technology defeats the purpose, or like leads people to think that an art style was different.
Or like inherently worse.
Yeah. So technically, all like modern day pixel art is worse than old pixel art because they're not doing what, like, it's not made in the same way.
Oh, that's
Worse, quote unquote.
I know what you're saying.
It's going for a different vibe.
Right. I'm picking up what you're putting down, but that is interesting. I never like thought about it that way.
Yeah, because the way the TVs were refresh rate and looked and stuff, it made it look like a regular non-pixelated face, which is interesting.
Can I just mention something about Degrassi real quick? So I don't know if they do this in the later seasons, because I'm not there yet.
Right.
But in the early seasons of Degrassi, they do this very bizarre choice of between like having an obvious steady cam, right, for like a like conversation, right, shot reverse shot conversation, but then they will change it to a handheld camera, and then it's like this weird shaky cam. And I don't know why they make these. It's not consistent. It's not like every single time someone's having a conversation, it's the shaky cam or it's like a steady cam.
Right.
It just seems seemingly random. And it is extremely distracting to watch it.
Whatever the director decided would work at that time.
It is so distracting. And sometimes it will be during like really emotional, like impactful, like character changing moments, right? And all I can see is just wobble, 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 wobble.
Right.
And I'm like, what? Did you guys, you couldn't just get a stack of books. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
So
You're filming at a school.
So me, Colin, Anthony, Alex, and Eamon, and I think Kirsten, she came in near the end, was we were watching this movie called Coherence, which is like a shoestring budget, like space horror, basically. Not the point.
Right.
But the point is that the entire movie, because the movie was made so cheap that like they clearly didn't want every scene to be on sticks, which is just a tripod.
Right.
They didn't want every scene to just be static and just staring at the person because that would be boring.
Right.
So they decided to do everything handheld.
No.
But by a cinematographer that clearly had no idea what the fuck they were doing. So the funny thing about that movie is every single review that I looked up for that movie, that of people I usually like trust and friends and stuff, everybody was like, honestly, banger movie, incredible, can't believe they pulled this off on a shoestring budget, really impressive. Cinematography was the worst thing I ever fucking saw in my life. Like, there are times where like it can't hold the fucking subject in frame, it's not focused right, so some of it's blurry, and you're just like, oh my god, dude. Like, really good movie, awful cinematography.
Yeah, it's just, and I feel like those are things that like people don't think about unless it's really obvious and distracting.
Right.
You know what I mean? And this in Degrassi, the handheld shaky cam moments, I will say there are times where I think they use the shaky cam effectively.
Right.
Where I'm like, you know what? That was a good choice. You know, it really like helps amp up like the hecticness or, you know, like frazzled or whatever, right? And I'm like, you know what? That was a good choice. But there's other times where it's so obviously should just be like steady camera, like, because also the shot is this close to the person's face, right up on them, and it's just wobbling. And I'm like, why did you watched this back before you put it on air, right? You didn't just be like, you know what? I'm sure it's a good enough cut. Put it out there.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
So I'm looking up some stuff about Lemonade Mouth
Oh, okay.
now. Premiered in 2011,
2011?
April 15th, 2011.
What?
So
We were 14.
yeah.
That's bizarre.
Yep. Apparently very generally well liked by most critics and people. Like,
Yeah, it's a good movie.
and I just remembered, in the movie, when like everybody fucking gets injured by random bullshit.
Yes.
When everybody, like, for no real reason, the drummer gets mad, slams his hand into the fucking drawer, breaks his fingers. Bridget Medler loses her voice because she got sick. Wen gets a black eye from
something stupid.
And the cello girl, the violin or whatever, the bass
cello.
player.
Yeah, bass.
I don't remember what happens with her.
Doesn't her parents, they're like very strict and they're like,
no,
no, you
but I don't
can't?
remember, but she goes to, they all go to that, like, the Battle of the Bands.
Mm-hmm.
And the only one that's okay is
like the main girl?
Yeah, the lead guitarist.
Right.
And they can't, like, perform. And then the, like, bad boy guitar guy decides he's gonna not be a dick and goes out there to, like, lend a hand. And they can't sing. They go to leave the stage.
Yeah.
And then, like
and the
random
crowd is
girl
like,
in the crowd starts singing, like, Determinate or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the whole crowd's singing whatever. And they're like, we didn't win Battle of the Bands, but somehow we got a fucking Madison Square Garden.
But we got a record deal, bitch.
And you're like, I don't care who the fuck you are and that you got a crowd to fucking sing at a Battle of the Bands. If you didn't fucking perform, how the fuck are they gonna know you're any good?
Also, what's crazy is I'm pretty sure the opening. So
she's writing to her dad in prison.
Right, her dad is in prison and she's writing to him. I don't know that we ever find out why he's in prison.
I don't think it was for anything like actually.
But he
serious.
sure is in prison.
I think it was like
he killed her mom.
No, I think he went to prison for like trying to steal money because they were poor and he was trying to like get something for her. So I don't remember.
I don't know. But anyway, so she's writing to the dad in prison, and then it's like a fade to like the flashback, right? And I'm pretty sure it's 1 year ago. So in 1 year, They go from forming the band
She gets the flu.
to not
bassist gets the
winning
flu.
Battle of the Bands to getting a record deal to becoming so astronomically popular that they are selling out Madison Square Garden
Yep. Uh-huh.
in 1 year.
Yep. Also, I remember why he got a fucking black eye.
Oh, why did he get a black guy?
Well, I can read this.
Okay.
Things go downhill for the band. Mo gets the flu. Charlie
Oh,
breaks
that's
his
the
fingers. Wen injures his eye while hanging a picture with his dad. Because his dad says he wants to marry the girl that they're
girlfriend,
dating.
the college girlfriend.
And so he drops the fucking picture on his eye.
That's actually hilarious. That's some Looney Tune shit.
Olivia loses her voice when arguing with Wen because he's like being a dick. And Stella is the only one that doesn't receive it because they were like kind of flirting with each other.
Right, they were having flirty vibes, and
Yeah.
then she was getting mad at him that he was mad that his dad was going to marry the college girlfriend, and she's
Because
like,
she's at least you have a
yeah,
dad.
she's like, you have family, and then like her 1,000-year-old cat dies, and it's like, this is a mess.
Yeah. And then... Oh, yeah, right. Stella calls the band to the school because they're going to fucking remove the goddamn lemonade machine.
Which, can I just say, that looked disgusting.
The see-through lemonade.
The lemonade
Cans?
did not look appetizing at all. It
Just looks
looked
like
like
lemonade.
urine. It was so bright yellow.
I
And it bothered me because I know it's lemonade, but I keep thinking it's going to be a fizzy drink. So every time they open it and it's not a fizzy drink, just something inside me. It's like what do you call it? Defizzed like yellow mellow. That's what it looks like. Disgusting.
Okay, let's see. So the band goes to walk off stage, and the audience begins to sing "Determinate" to support them. Scott, fed up with Ray, leaves Mudslide Crush.
Okay, so Scott I think is the tall one, and Ray is the short one who's like really.
Mudslide Crush.
Wait. So Ray is like the short one, and he's really the real bully, and Scott he's like bully light, but he has a heart of gold. But fun fact, that guy Scott, the guy who played him. There was this show on CW
Okay.
called Jane by Design.
Okay.
It only got one season. It was incredible. I'm still heartbroken that it only got one season to this day. Because it leaves on a cliffhanger. You don't know what boy she's going to pick.
Right.
Is she going to pick her bad boy aesthetic BFF? Or is she going to pick like the fashion expert man who I think is probably too old for her? Question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's how the show ends. And then it didn't get renewed for season 2. Tragedy. Awful. Hate it. But that guy was the boy best friend. And I remember when that show was airing, I was like, that guy looks so familiar. And I couldn't put my finger on it until I rewatched Lemonade Mouth like a year ago.
Okay. So you want to hear the wrap up to this movie?
Oh, please.
So after he leaves Mudslide Crush, the best band to ever exist, to go perform on stage. Okay. Here's the last paragraph.
Joins the band, right?
Yeah. Here's the last paragraph. The next day, Mo and Scott get back together, and Charlie, who had liked Mo during the time together, accepts that she is with Scott and begins talking to another girl who likes him. At Wen's father's wedding,
That's the next day?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's
a shotgun wedding out here.
recognizes the man sitting next to her as Mel, the owner of the lemonade machine company. He donates a music theater to the school, which the principal accepts. Olivia mails the entire story to her father, who is in prison. The film closes with Lemonade Mouth performing Breakthrough at Madison Square Garden with Scott as their new rhythm guitarist.
I can't.
I can't remember what the fuck I'm going to look up what. Let's see.
What are you looking up?
What the fuck the dad's goddamn why the dad was in prison.
Oh, I don't know that they ever tell you why the dad is in prison.
Why is
I think it's
Olivia's
just
dad in prison? Olivia reveals that her mother and father had sex while they were in high school. Oh, this is based on the book.
Oh, there's a book?
And Olivia's mother, who had never loved or wanted her, left Olivia's father, Ted, to raise his daughter by himself until he was convicted of armed robbery and manslaughter.
Oh, so he did kill someone. Damn. But this mom was really just like, I gotta fucking go. Bye.
I like how
What?
immediately after that. Okay, literally convicted of armed robbery and manslaughter. End of sentence. Next sentence. In the meantime, Charlie falls in love with Mo. End sentence. Next paragraph.
In the meantime, here's some teen drama. That's actually hilarious.
Yeah. Okay. So that's
Also, high
from the
key,
book.
Olivia has it the worst.
Yeah, she only has her fucking grandmother
Like,
who like
all
can't
these
talk.
other kids are complaining, and about what? Like, goddamn. Also, I do think it's weird that Charlie, who's the long-haired kid, the one that plays soccer, or he tries to. Okay, so this is weird. His family, all soccer prodigies, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like the disappointment because he's not a soccer prodigy.
I think he was good at soccer, but he didn't care.
No, I think he was bad at it.
Oh.
That was the
No,
whole
you're
point.
right. No, he was bad at soccer.
Right.
Because everyone in the beginning of the movie, like they're
They're like, come on, soccer tryouts. Like, you're going to be just like
Yeah.
your big bro. But then the Kaylee Cuoco's character, whose name I can't remember, her family is also all like genius prodigies as well. And she's the only one who's not.
Yeah, they're all like super smart.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's weird that you'd have two family of prodigies.
Yeah, but also doesn't the brother of Charlie like be like, dude, go do whatever the fuck you want. Like I'll like he ends up being cool, doesn't he?
Did we ever meet the brother?
Yeah, he gets him out of jail.
They go to jail?
Yeah, remember because when Stella calls them all to the thing to protest the removal of the vending machine.
They get put in jail?
Yeah, because they start getting into a fight with the people taking the vending machine away, and they pick up Stella, and then she's like, "You can't touch me,"
Right.
and then they
Yes,
like
they
start
do go to
fighting the
jail.
people, and then the cops show up and arrest them.
Yes, they do.
Because that's like the culmination of all of them having to talk to their family members and like actually accept what's going on.
Right. I forgot all about that part.
And
Also, that principal was such a piece of shit.
absolutely. He was
Like-
he's all the Disney Channel principals.
Like, goddamn.
And yeah, he shows up to pick
The
up
brother.
Charlie instead of the parents because he's like, you're so lucky that I picked up the phone instead of them.
Right.
And he was like, you don't have to tell them, but you do have to tell them that you're not going to play soccer.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And he's like, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but just tell them. And he was like, and I'll back you up. So he ended up being like cool.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh,
And I think the girlfriend picks up Wen. And she's like cool too.
yeah, the mom picks up one. Yeah.
No, the girlfriend, not his mom.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Stepmom.
Soon to be
Future
stepmom.
stepmom,
Yeah.
yeah.
Picks him up and she's
she-
like trying to just relate to him.
Yeah, and he's like, "You're not my real mom." She's like, "Well, at least I'm not ratting on you. Goddamn."
Yeah. And that's what kind of makes him realize that she's just a person. And
So
his
does
dad's trying to
nobody pick
be
up
happy.
Olivia?
No, I think her grandmother does.
Oh, okay. I thought for some
And her
reason,
grandmother doesn't give a shit.
I thought the grandma was like immobile.
No. I'm pretty sure the grandma picks her up.
Oh, okay.
Olivia's
Olivia's just left to die because she has no parents.
Yeah. And Mo's mother or father
I think
or
the
both
dad, and
pick
they're
her
like
up.
real mad.
They are, but then she flips on them and is like, you should accept me for how I am. And then they're like, okay.
They're like, "I know I'm in prison, but accept me, goddammit."
And they're like, okay,
Yeah.
sure. And yeah, because she would go to school in different outfits and then change in the bathroom.
Right.
And Stella's family, I don't think cared in any capacity.
Same. Because I think
I think they were just like, she's a fuck up, whatever.
No, the whole thing was like they wanted her to like express herself, but they didn't want her to be like getting actively into trouble.
Yeah. And
So I don't think they cared that she wasn't a genius. I think they just didn't want her to be like breaking the law.
yes, I think right. I think they did accept her, but they're like, this is not how we wanted you to be acting out.
Right. Like you can dress however you want
Yeah.
and like present however you'd like.
I
but,
think
like,
I think
you
they said that we never did really put expectations on you. You always just thought we did. Or something like that.
Something along those lines. And they're like, just don't get arrested, guy.
Yeah.
Come on.
And Scott gets a free ride into apparently the world's most famous band because he
Yeah,
just decided
seriously,
to walk
Scott
out
didn't
during
even
the
do
Battle of the
anything.
Bands.
Come on now.
No, it's nepotism. He's dating the fucking bass player.
What happens when they break up again?
They won't. It's a Disney movie.
They're married for life now.
Yeah, that's how that works. And I don't think we get anything between Wen and Olivia.
They don't have like a
Nope.
sweet little smooch. Nothing.
I don't think they ever like even kiss. I think they make up.
Look up because I feel like they do get like a sweet little happy ending moment. Maybe not like.
It doesn't. If they do, this paragraph doesn't say anything about it.
Ugh. Maybe you're right because for some reason I thought they did, but I think they just become friends. Which wow, what a shit deal for Wen.
Yeah, I don't think.
And Stella didn't have a love interest, right?
No.
That's what I thought. She's too rebellious for it anyway.
Yeah.
She's too hardcore.
And then Charlie apparently finds a girl that likes him.
Which actually, okay, so I remember this. At the end of the movie, it's like essentially like quick cuts to like each person, right? Of like
Yeah.
what they're doing after. And it's Mo and Scott getting back together. And it's literally Charlie. And I think it's a girl we've literally never seen before. And it's just him talking with like a new girl. And it's very weird.
I think it's a girl that does show up.
I don't remember.
I think it's like an offhand thing when they start getting more popular.
Right.
And then girls start walking up to him to talk to him. Because he like is being cool with Mo and trying to be like, I'm the nice guy. And then he gets some fame and starts talking to other girls and she gets mad.
But was Mo ever interested in her?
I don't think it was like ever that like she was necessarily into him, but like
He was being cocky.
like yeah, that like they like she knew that he
Do
probably
we need to
liked
rewatch
him.
Lemonade Mouth so we can have like a
I feel like we're already doing
I
it in
know,
this
but I
discussion,
want to like rewatch it now so I can actually understand what's happening because I don't remember it that well.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go home and watch Lemonade Mouth now.
Like, cause I think like I think she maybe starts maybe kind of liking him, but like
'cause
more as
she-
a rebound thing than actually.
Right, because she breaks up with her boyfriend because he's like,
He's being a
"Oh,
dick.
you can't be with that band. I'm in a band, bitch."
Yeah.
And she's like,
He's
"Fuck
being all
you."
full of himself and
Yeah.
a dick.
And so they break up, and she's like, "Oh, but now I'm sad and lonely, and I would really like some action." So I think you're right.
I think she's kinda
doing like a
rebounding.
rebound situation,
And then
but it's not working out.
Yeah, and then he like kind of ends up being a bit of a dick, and she gets mad about it.
Right.
And then he's like, I don't know why you're mad. We weren't really doing like dating or whatever.
Right.
And then lessons learned, and I think it's the girl that he was talking to.
Bygones
begin
be
with or something.
bygones kind of thing.
Yeah, I think. I don't remember exactly.
I feel like that's probably right.
Because they start playing at the fucking pizza place.
I thought they play at the pizza place before that.
Oh, yeah.
She breaks up with the boyfriend, and I thought that's when they play at the pizza place because she has like a
One of them has a job there.
somebody.
I think it's Olivia.
Oh,
I think she has like fucking 15 jobs, doesn't she?
I don't know. Maybe
I think she has like a fuck ton of jobs
Oh.
because her family's poor and.
because she lives with the grandma,
Yeah.
and I can't imagine the grandma has income.
Yeah, and that's like the whole reason why she fucking flips on Wen because she's like
Right,
at least
because
you're
she's like,
fucking-
you have family.
Yeah, and
I
like,
got this old woman who's about to croak and this
Yeah.
even older cat.
and your dad's trying to be happy, like
Yeah.
and you're holding
My
him back.
dad is in prison,
Yeah.
and my mom is God knows where.
Yeah.
We had to eat the man my dad killed for survival.
We have to eat all the mold on the bread. We can't eat around it. We have to eat it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lemonade Mouth. Who knew that could be such a fucking long topic?
It's so good.
Apparently the entire fucking like basically the whole show episode.
It's so good though.
It weirdly is. Again, some of the fucking music does slap. I do remember the end of the movie.
The last song I feel like is not as good.
It's not, but in Madison Square Garden, I remember watching it and thinking all of their outfits were fucking horrible.
Oh my god, right? I had that same feeling and I was like,
And I don't give a shit about fashion.
I'm like, honestly, the more like chill outfits I actually like better because they made sense. But okay, if you're performing in Madison Square Garden, why are you looking like you dressed your damn self? Get a stylist. God damn it.
They look like if kids were trying
Wait,
to dress
let me-
up
let me
like
see.
I'm pulling it up right now, yeah.
Because I feel like if I remember correctly, it's like very like of its time. Oh, he's pulling up the whole scene. It's very of its time. Oh my god, not the hat.
And the freeze frame starting.
This is awful.
It's just, yeah, you know, they got oh god, right? They have the holding the goddamn lemonade.
Right, the
thing.
can.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is very 2011 sensibilities here with this extreme thick dress, the like, what do you call this? Stripe?
Oh, yeah.
Stripe dress with the extremely thick belt. This jacket, this hair is just awful. I feel like even Olivia looks kind of bad because this dress is...
She's the most fine, I feel like, though.
Olivia?
No, Mo.
Mo, I feel like, is the worst of the bunch.
I feel like because her hair is just regular, so I can just forgive the dress.
The dress... Ugh, it's so horrible, though.
Because there's so much going on
I
Olivia's
mean,
dress.
Olivia's hair is normal.
Right, but there's so much going on with her dress. Also, there's way too much shit going on the stage, too.
Yeah, what the fuck? Also, I like how the guys are just, like, left to die.
I think they get their moments.
Yeah.
I don't think Scott does.
Yeah, because Scott came into the band late. He shouldn't even be here. Scott's a hater.
Also, I like how it feels like none of them actually know how to fucking dance.
I don't think any of them do know how to dance.
Well, you say that, but I'm pretty sure all Disney kids are supposed to be trained to do
Okay,
that.
she's wearing... Okay, Olivia, can we put it on screen so people can see? Olivia is wearing a tiered, sparkly, like, tinsel dress
I was also going to say tinsel.
with
Scott has a mohawk.
red boots.
Scott's regular. He's just in like a dress jacket and pants, but he's with a mohawk.
Also, the, like...
Oh, yeah. Wen has a fucking like mile scarf.
Also, Stella in this cropped blazer with the dangling chains at the shoulders is so 2010s. It's actually painful.
Charlie is just
And
trying
the
to be
hair like
Slash for
this,
some reason.
It's I can't handle it. But he's Slash, but like in a full marching band outfit instead of just the hat.
I'm pretty sure there are fucking slides in this stage performance at some point.
What?
I think.
Yeah, look, I feel like the boys minus Charlie. Okay, so just Wen and Scott look fine because they look like normal people.
Yeah, like he's just wearing like a cloak.
He's wearing like a cardigan and then like a really too big scarf.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it.
I'm pretty sure there are fucking slides up there. I'm pretty fucking certain.
And then you have Scott, who just looks like a normal... He looks literally the most plain, actually. I think he looks a little too plain.
He has a mohawk, though.
But he does have a mohawk. Charlie looks fucking stupid and ridiculous.
There's a slide!
Oh my
I
god,
told you!
there is a slide! I don't know what the purpose of the slide is. Also, I really like that this is like... Here's a stage. And then, like, this is the crowd.
Right.
So everybody stay within this frame.
Yeah. Make sure it seems like we filled Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. This is very interesting performance style.
It's just so 2010s.
It really is. I also can't imagine that you would be doing this much and yet this little on the stage at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, like, I feel like if I went to the show, I'd be like, what the fuck was any of this?
Also, I think it's weird that they don't have them, like, telegraphed on the TVs the whole time.
Yeah, no, they have like a...
They have, like, a constant flashing banner.
Because usually some bands will do that, but it'll be, like, half faded so that you could still see what's happening on the stage.
Yeah,
So, like, they'll have, like, a music video playing or something, but it'll be 50-50 opacity so you can see the...
Or I feel like sometimes they'll put it on one screen and then, like, the rest of them are, like, seeing what's happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they made some poor choices. Also, is it just me or was the amount of flashing lights distracting?
Yes.
Like, why? I get you want to create an atmosphere, but I want to see what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to watch that, like, actually, once we get off?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Hey, thanks for watching this week's lovely episode
Yeah.
about Lemonade Mouth, apparently.
Yeah, fuck Degrassi.
Yeah, fuck Degrassi. We had Disney Channel originals to talk about.
They were honestly...
I feel like we go off on Disney Channel original tangents quite often.
Yeah, because I feel like they're pretty good.
They're such a treasure trove of either awful or great.
It's true.
And I remember the Minutemen, the time travel one with the
That
three
one
kids.
pissed me off.
Anyway. Yeah, so hey, thanks for watching this week's episode of the Vaguely Anime Podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, leave a review, follow. Don't forget to check out Kat at Kat the Moonstar on Twitch. And you have 1 week to watch Chivalry of a Failed Knight. So it's 12 episodes. It's gonna be a quick watch. And remember, if it has bad titty, it's not our fault.
It's not our fault.
It's not our fault.
It's not our fault. It's Kat's fault.
It's Kat's fault. Kat was the one that chose this, and the cultured crew had nothing to do with it.
Wow, for once it's not our fault.
So if there's bad titty, don't blame the cultured ones.
Blame Kat.
Blame Kat. Yeah, we will see you guys next week for our anime club.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Bye.